Hello and greetings. This is Pastor Elias from Timberley Baptist Church. Welcome to our Inspirational Moment for this week. Last week, we began looking at the theme of moving forward. That is where we are as a church as our new pastor has begun serving. We learned that key to moving forward is understanding God's purpose. From the book of Exodus, we saw that God set Israel on a path to Canaan, a destination long promised to their ancestors. That led us to examine what our destination is as God's people today. We found a dual destination. First is the destiny of a strong spiritual life here on earth, which is followed by our ultimate home with God beyond this life. That is the land where we are bound for. But reaching there is going to require overcoming some obstacles along the way. We saw that there will be threats from outside, like the Egyptian army which went after the Israelites. We also learned that some of the issues and challenges we face are internal. Not every difficulty faced by Christians is a result of Satan's external activity. Some of these issues are internal and lie within our hearts as God's people. The question is this: how can we overcome both the external pressure and the internal difficulties? That is the subject of our messages this week. Simply put, we are encouraged to put our focus on God, our Redeemer. But is it really that simple? Well, that is what God required Israel to do when threatened by the Egyptian army behind them and the body of water in front of them. They felt trapped and stranded while thinking they were following God's commands. That is why they got confused, so confused that they started to give Moses, their leader, a very hard time. But watch Moses get to work in this scenario. This was Moses at his best, and he told them 4 things. Here they are in Exodus 14 verse 13 and 14. Number 1, he said, do not be afraid. Secondly, he said, stand firm. Thirdly, he said, you will see deliverance come from God today. And fourthly, he said, the Egyptians who you see now will disappear before your very eyes. God will destroy them. It is the most unusual advice in a crisis of this type. Essentially, Moses was telling the Israelites to do nothing but trust God. Is that really realistic? How is that possible? Well, the answer is in verse 14, and it says this: the Lord will fight for you, you need only to be still. The Lord will fight for you, and you need only to be still. That's why you can afford to just stand still and not be afraid. My dear people, God was saying, keep moving on. Continue your journey to the promised land. You haven't arrived, so don't let anything stop you from reaching your goal and your purpose. Whatever you are facing, do not stop your progression. Keep moving on. That is my prayer for all of us, people of God here at Timberley Baptist and surrounding communities. For more on this topic, please come to our live worship services every Sunday at 9:30 and 11 a.m. or tune in to our online worship service at 10:30 a.m. The live service is also offered every Wednesday. See you at any one of these opportunities. God bless you, and God bless Timberley Baptist Church. Amen.